if they would stop trying to chase that glory to prove something that Einstein thought about and admit that maybe it's not provable, we'd get a lot more better done. And I'll tell you why.
Well,
Here's two more.
here's the thing. They just need to. I think one of the biggest problems right now in academia is that it's things are too. I'm having a hard time with the word stagnant. Things are stagnant in academia right now. There are too many theories and hypotheticals that are accepted as doctrine and not. And if you study anything to counteract them, then it's career suicide.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. It's
And
fear.
unhealthy.
So it's like Oxford. Oxford used to have a theory, or not a motto, right? And their motto was question everything, always ask why. They don't do that anymore, right? It's you go there, you get told what you're supposed to believe, and like you said, if you step out of that box,
but it's so counter to the whole
thing, man.
University idea of where it came from. The idea behind all of these higher learning places was to have a freedom of thought.
Yeah.
And it's not present anymore.
Yeah.
You
know
gotta
why?
do it the right way. You're gonna never have a career again. You'll never get tenure.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Being hired to sit behind a shield
with a scarf
of technicality to prevent you from getting fired.
Yeah. And it's also easier to control a generation of non-free thinkers, right?
Yep.
And
it really is.
And that's why
I don't think civics in school anymore, Joe.
They don't?
Why don't they teach civics? No, you ask your kid, ask any kid under 16 what a civics class is, and they're gonna look at you like you got three heads.
I didn't know that. But did you know they don't teach cursive anymore?
Yeah, I did know that. And thank God, because I got horrible handwriting.
Nah,
anyway.
bro. Did you hear?
Kids are not going to sign a goddamn thing, but they're just going to put their fingerprint on it anyway.
Did you hear about the military veterans spanking those professional paintballers using cursive?
What?
So supposedly I want to say somewhere around the Florida Alabama line down there, the border, they had they have this huge paintball tournament down there, right? And so, like, have you ever seen paintballers, man? Like, they're serious. They take it serious, man.
I go play airsoft every once in a while with my kids.
Oh, and so like some veterans, some older age veterans wanted to get in there and just have some fun. So these other guys were showing up in the parking lot with their monster patches, and like all these other guys, well, these dudes just showed up and like, hey man, what's going on? So it was some type of thing where I forget what the game was, but like you had to draw up some like battle plans, and the battle plans were in your pocket, right? And so they wrote theirs on purpose. They wrote them in cursive, and so when those guys got caught, I think it was capture the flag. But each person had to. It was on 10 acres, right? It was huge, right?
It was huge, right? Yeah.
I think it was capture the flag, but each person had to write the location of the flag in their pocket, so when they got caught, the other team would be able to have a clue to speed the game up, right? Because it was on such a big.
It was the interrogation.
Yeah. So they wrote theirs in cursive. These kids couldn't read it, man. They stopped everybody. They beat us.
I love it.
So yeah,
that's perfect.
So I was like, damn, they can't read cursive no more. I was like, all right, man, whatever, man.
Dude, yeah, there's so we go out there every once in a while and do airsoft, because there's airsoft and paintball at the same field. I'm telling you, sometimes there's nothing more satisfying than shooting your kid with a BB.
Right.
Just saying.
You doing headshots out there, man?
He's got a helmet on.
Got a helmet on,
He's
man.
got a helmet and goggles and a big old face mask. So pretty much, I just shoot him wherever I can get it. Right. Of course, I mean, it's quid pro quo. So you
gotta take it back, man.
I'm fair game. It's awesome. It's fun.
So here's the thing that we can talk about too, man. As we wrap up the
simulation theory. But can I read my passage before we go?
What? Huh?
Can I read my passage before we go?
Yeah, but let's talk about you after this. One of the reasons why they talk about the simulation theory as being plausible is because of actually the Mandela effect. And they're saying that that's basically the code in your theory, in the simulation, is correcting itself. I actually think that the Mandela effect is the satanic cult outside of CERN timeline jumping us,
Well,
not knowing what they're doing.
you know, we just had a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people jumped into different
Hey, let me tell you something. No, you know what you and I were talking. I mean, I swear,
quantum mortality.
you know what you and I were talking about before the podcast, right? So when I say to you, Jay, man, is anything different in your life? And you're like, man, something, boom. I'm telling you, man, since that eclipse, I have been on something else, man. And like,
you know, I had an event happen to me about today's Friday, so it would have been a week ago Tuesday. And something happened. I had an encounter and I got to talking to somebody, and very interesting conversation, and it just kind of flipped a switch in my head, right? And then all of a sudden, like something turned on. And so yeah, I'm with you on that, man. For some reason, something
like
weird's happened.
You're
for
back,
sure.
like we're back on our original timeline, and like all of a sudden it's like that rubber band is like.
Well, you know what this is all about, right? We've talked about the probability time and like the big split and
right,
all that sort of stuff. Like, you know, I don't typically get real woo woo about shit, but
you're getting woo woo, dog. You're getting woo.
I wrote a book.
You're getting woo woo, bro. There you go. We'll publish it when it comes out.
No. The other one, the one that's already out there. In 2017.
Right.
Yeah, that one is out. What was the reason why humanity left Earth?
Well, it's right here. Do you want me to pull the book out and go to the chapter?
Yeah, pull the book out.
Right.
Take a look. This is an interesting little thing, right? I had a little existential crisis.
You can go get Jay's book on Amazon.
There is. You can. I apologize in advance. There will be a second edition that will be far better.
Jay likes the color black. There is a character in here.
That is a cover by Mr. Andy Locke, who is part of Locke, who is the owner and proprietor of Locke Studios in Gettysburg, and he is an awesome artist, and that cover does not do it justice.
He is an excellent tattoo artist. If you're in that area and you want to get a tattoo, go check him out.
He is the one who performed this.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.